Well, I wanted to thank all of you at least for saving me back there in the water. I'm sure you've already heard me complain that I hate water lividly. I'm pretty solid, all of you, and I'm gonna ring out my beer.
I just take a step back, not wanting to be like in that.
It was pretty brutal for you to be the one that failed that save.
It's all good, friend.
Of course, hydrophobia hit hard.
That's funny. And I'm the
All
one
right.
who can't swim.
So yeah, you float on, gift chittering sweet nothings and like a song of his people.
Oh yeah, I'm just like little chin scritches. I am fully engrossed in anything this kid has to say.
What about Senate Peter? How does he feel about this situation?
Hopefully there's not like a jealousy fight. Especially since
This is
Centipede's like in your hat.
Peter's like a functioning centipede, you know? He's not like a personality.
That's what we have.
He's
to
a
find
working
out.
bug.
Gonna have like a Pokemon battle with them.
Little like cockfighting ring where like
I'm saying that Peter's got some good stats.
Yeah.
Got him buffed.
I'll throw Tom in.
Now throw Tom in.
Gift, how big are you going to get? Are you full grown?
No.
Okay. It's a good sign.
How tall are the two of you?
I am. I'm 3 feet and 1 inch tall.
I'm taller. I'm 3.5 feet.
Wonderful.
Still.
Fascinating.
I just look at you and I'm like,
Off topic, new
come
mount.
back.
Off topic, new mount. New mount, who dis?
Fun sized.
Yeah,
For someone.
river carries on. It's more of a creek at this point, really. It's really
Yeah.
trickled out a lot.
Very chill.
And opens into a new cavern.
Oh, I swear if he's not at the end of this, not had to get enough
You
water
do
for
see
nothing.
another dock
Uh-huh.
and a brilliant prismatic crystal. I mean, it's shimmering with all kinds of colors. It is illuminating its own light source. Right?
Okay.
And just below that, you see a cottage.
Oh, that's wonderful.
A bit of grass.
Oh,
Is it lit?
It's got a lawn. It's got a white picket fence.
That's what I aspire to
Is it
when I'm
lit?
old.
Like,
Yeah, it's very
someone's living in there?
Yeah,
I wonder if
There's a
there's
little
any real
chimney.
estate for sale. This is wonderful.
Do we have oars?
no.
It's
Okay.
just
We lost.
on the track taking us. Does it take
Yeah.
us like right there?
Yeah, it coasts you right into the port. Kind of a little bump against it.
Oh, the God. Dismount.
dismount.
Let him go first.
Feel the earth in my hands, just like.
I'm gonna unwind from you guys real quick. Unwind
Yeah.
the rope.
Yeah. See a spot of smoke coming from the chimney.
Yeah, just kind of pensive approach.
Yeah. Just
Let all my friends take point
Yeah.
instead of me.
So we're approaching, talk,
Yeah.
knock on the door.
This is very interesting.
I don't like it.
It gives a lot more credence to the idea of maybe we switch who we're working for.
Yeah.
Just because
If
I
they have
am.
places
I've
like
always
this.
concerns. Plus, I can say
I'm gonna
that.
make a purpose of like wrapping the rope around like a rock or whatever is by.
Yeah, tie
or-
to the dock.
Yeah,
Make sure we don't lose a boat.
just make a note
Why
of
are
that.
I a boat?
Yeah, you would see. So this dock is built very similarly, where it is across the river, and so there's no way to like get around it per se. And it does like the river continues and kind of moats around this cottage. It is a lovely place.
Quite quaint.
Well, go up to the cabin. with my
Yeah,
friends,
you
and
approach.
we'll-
You give it a knock.
Right. We probably should have looked into this a bit more before we know.
I'm really curious where the hell we are. We're lost.
You hear surprised swearing inside, and a bit of a scuffle.
Delightful.
Wait,
Hey,
is
no,
the door
it's-
unlocked actually?
Please, we just want to talk.
Yeah, is the door unlocked? That's a big question.
Yes. Yeah, there's not even a lock on the door.
Well, if they're scuffling around,
So like he's already opened it.
yeah. Hello?
You pop inside, pop your head in.
Yeah, no, I just open up the door. I don't like walk in.
Yeah. You see Xavier and a duffel bag. as
Hello?
He's currently stuffing things into it.
You traveling anywhere?
Mr. McAllister?
Oh,
All right.
hello there, wee man.
I can explain.
Right.
Well, Good, because
First
we
of
actually
all-
need some explanations, because we have no idea where the hell we are.
First of all, how does one get a house down here? And second of all, do you want a neighbor?
You actually have a really nice yard.
No to the second question.
I'm not that
Don't
bad.
think I'll live long enough for you to build a house anyway.
Why
From
is
us?
that?
Or others.
Everyone's after me. You're not the only ones if you think you're special
Got
in
a
that
cool
regards.
Flannel.
Yeah, and you'd see he's wearing the same outfit as before, but he has kind of shrunk into that fitting
Yeah.
image of Adam McAllister.
Yeah, the illusion is broken. I'm sorry, this might be forward and brunt. Your meeting was going to take place at the bank with gargoyles that keep watch of the entire grounds?
No,
And
no,
you're
there's
worried that
gargoyles
people are-
at the bank that actually would have probably spotted you.
After you, I'm not quite following the game plan here.
Well,
Was
yeah.
it to lure
Well, you know, it's
people
that, like,
interested to their own doom?
It's that like last place you check kind of deal, and everyone who was worthwhile knows that there's a place under, next to the line, like between the library and the
I
bank.
knew it was going to happen underneath.
Wait.
I'm not going to stare at a gargoyle and have a meeting about the people who own the bank.
How many pamphlets do you pass out in town? Would they know you're coming, though?
Which town?
Oh dear
Oh.
God.
I found
Those chambers aren't very large. How many people did you honestly think would
and
show?
that's not many.
That's a fire
Well-
hazard.
There are not a great deal of people
You're a
who stand
fire
against the
hazard.
dice.
I got a question tickling me. The really important, why?
What are you saying?
The dice has taken a great deal from this land. A lot of culture, a lot of faith. And I mean, I wanted to bring back the happiness of an afterlife, the idea that someone is out there watching out for you. It's a cold world here.
Can't argue with that, I suppose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe there's
Yeah,
always
well-
the joy of having hope in life that this isn't the end.
But why go against the
The
dice
dice-
company so hard?
And
Could you
specifically-
not simply be creating your own thing down here
Yeah, you seem to have a nice thing going.
I mean, you did
I
see what
live
happened
here.
to the last creature.
or
though.
around?
There aren't many who can afford to leave. And as you can see,
Well, even like your friend
without quite a
Tom.
few shovels and picks,
Tom.
the land here is limited under the ground.
That's true. I mean, but the world's a big place.
Tom.
Not if you don't own the ships, not if you don't have the ports in your control.
Everything the silver dice has, basically.
How
Then
many-
what's the game plan? You meet underneath the bank and rob it blind from the connections to their unsecured vaults just on the other side of the door?
And like a shock kind of goes over him.
Buckton's pretty sharp. He's good about finding stuff out.
You've been down there.
I have sent a good many friends in.
Right.
It's unlocked.
Oh, absolutely. Just some shoddy mortar around the exit door.
Oh God.
Funding
Didn't
is a good
know.
way to start.
Oh my God.
I figured
He had no plan.
even if someone else had been
You were just going to go down there and chat?
looking down there, that it all starts small.
Why wouldn't you start down here? You have a whole Oh my God. This man's dumb. We
This
can't
is
switch.
the backup plan. I can't
switch.
But
let them
he's
know
got
where I'm
morals.
hiding.
Of course.
We don't know
No,
what Silver
I
Dice does.
I see where
They
you're
probably
coming
don't.
from with
Probably
this.
not.
Told me I can't
But,
take Tom, but now we're taking
You know,
this.
if
We're not taking
Person.
someone
Yeah.
found me or if
He's-
I wasn't able to spark the interest in a god,
Uh-huh.
then there was no point. But I can't go preach in the middle of town.
Right. This might sound cruel. I understand where you're coming from with your positioning on things. I'm much less interested in your religious aspect as your planned logistics here. You didn't have a plan to rob the bank even though you were going to be directly under it. You say you need funding and that you need to do things like control docks and boats. How?
With enough people believing, money doesn't matter. Eventually we'd trickle into the dice. They would start to come around, if not for God, then for their family and their friends. People who do believe. And if I should die, then maybe my martyrdom will touch the hearts of others to carry on.
Your plan is potential, but it takes way too long and is way too hopeful.
Good. Another question is kind of tickling me. The rest, could we maybe explain the religion a bit more in the rest? Like, what's the god? Is it like ancestors, like me and my dwarven hope, or is it like?
Well, it's
I don't know much about this lands. We're new.
Sure. Well, it's I mean, I don't know how else to put it. It's God.
Hey, but
He's-
what's his name?
Probably God, right?
Yeah,
I
it's,
like Hubert.
it's a title and a name.
Is there just the one, or is there
Okay.
like a spider too?
Like a pantheon. Or?
How do you know
Is
which
it a-
god you're talking to that doesn't have a name?
Is it
That's-
a council?
There are no other gods.
Okay, that's pretty narcissistic.
Well, I believe the same. It's only ancestors that count.
Well, right, going from 0 to 1 isn't that crazy of a stretch. Going from 0 to 100 might be a little... You might lose me a bit on that. I can
There are-
understand.
You know, a majority of the people here who have never known a god, let alone many, I suppose.
So this is like an established thing, or are you just...
It was.
Was all right.
A
So
long time ago.
Do you have any literature on this?
It was all burned.
well, it's just like that
Just
church
like-
that we found up top in the rest.
Yes.
You're with that. There wasn't a person who wasn't there for at least 100 years.
I mean, there was one. He got died, killed.
He got died.
He got taken, if I'm not mistaken.
No,
And
he died.
he got died.
He got got.
He was burnt and murdered and slaughtered and then put out to bury.
I...
Art.
Alright then. Well,
What's the
this-
game plan?
Yeah, that's actually
I don't know.
kind of
So
changes
you're
things.
just an extremist who hopes to spread their theology.
Why is the dice
Right.
company so bad?
What have they done to you?
That's a good point.
I mean,
What have they done to any of us? So far, the dice has done nothing but good things for me. They got me out of a bad place.
The
and
one
they-
guy was a bit of an asshole.
Yeah, that
But
boss
there's
man.
assholes everywhere.
That is
Well,
true.
And if you would have opened an account in one of those banks, they would have ripped you clean and made sure that you didn't have a
No.
cent to your name.
But they,
Really?
the individuals.
Oh yeah,
seem
the
very
interest
trusting.
rates. Have you actually read that? Well, they wanted
No,
you to sign
I
a
wasn't.
document.
I didn't go, just my bugs.
Yeah, for simply putting your coins in the bank, they wanted to charge interest over time, which means you're basically paying them to take
So-
your money.
Is that not just how the world works?
No, usually in a bank, usually they store the money as in fair and interest rate and the rest, and you actually gain interest if you trade it properly.
It was the reversed.
I'm sorry, so what have they...
Okay.
What do they
don't
do
have to
that's
bank
so
with
evil?
them.
well, you've seen the church in New Haven.
Yes.
I mean, I've seen a lot of churches.
There's just as much evil everywhere.
It was my uncle's church.
Oops, sorry.
So not only do they control your money, where it goes, what you spend it on, they control what you think, what you believe.
Who lives and dies? Who tells your story?
Well,
That was the joke?
If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you're just lame. You're just lame.
If you are conscriptors for the dice, then take me. I'm not a fighter.
all right.
Team huddle, please.
Yeah, I think
No,
we
no,
actually we
kick
probably
over.
need to discuss this.
Listen,
No,
we
you-
will wait. Hold on. We'll consider not bringing you in if you give me your flannel.
No, we're good.
But then we have to talk.
Like his clothes?
I didn't
Wait, you're after that jacket?
If I am to go and meet my death, then I will meet it with pride.
You want this man's
Stay
jacket?
Stay fashionably dressed, individual you.
Moment.
It's a
Team
moment.
huddle, please.
Yeah, team huddle. Fine.
You have to get down on your knees.
Yeah, I take a knee.
I just put my hand on top of your head.
I've got a hat on.
That's fine.
Centipede's in there.
Okay.
Centipede just
Okay.
pokes his head out and gives you like a little.
Just petting.
All things considered, I'm interested in saying that he should probably forget his plan, lay low, and we didn't see him. But that's my opinion.
I'm sorry. Have you ever met a religious extremist? He's not gonna do that.
We need our money somehow as well. We can't simply walk away from this job. We've already taken an advance payment on it. Either we're burning the dice company and our relations with them, or we have to at least make a pass at taking him in.
Okay, so here's what I hear. The dice company's killed someone. Who among us hasn't killed someone lately?
All right, you have to bring up fresh
Was
wounds.
him, not
All
me.
right.
Now, the difference, though,
Go.
between bandits
Charged.
and
With a
someone
family
preaching
trying to
I-
support
I
their
am keeping an
family.
eye on
by robbing others. I'm not playing the morals game with you.
I
What
am
is?
keeping an eye on him.
Yeah.
If you come up with morals, I'll be shocked as well.
Yeah.
You can't make that
All right.
argument.
Well, there's something about money. in
They're
this,
just trying
but
to
what's
support
it
their
worth?
family.
So am I.
Oh, great. I never said it was bad. Church, though. No.
I don't even know what the church did. It's the first one I've ever
True.
ran into. We didn't
So-
even have one in my hometown.
Well, I was raised in a brothel. There's plenty of people screaming for God in there.
I think they might be talking about a different guy.
I don't think so. Hello?
No, we don't have a plan yet.
Let's see.
I don't think simply walking away from this is something that we can feasibly do. I think we know too much, and any story that we could plausibly give to our employers is not going to get us paid, is not going to get us further jobs, is not going to secure any kind of future for us as well.
If we don't come up with something anyways, they're not going to pay up, and they're probably going to make us give back any of the money.
They would
that
probably
we
ask for that 500 gold back, which
From each of us,
I don't
yeah.
know about you all, but
I unfortunately just spent it all on a box.
And I can't buy food with
So-
no money.
Are we revolutionaries or are we wage workers?
I just want to be at least a decent person when I do things. If what he's saying about the dice company is true, and what you're saying about their banks is true, I don't think I realistically want much of a part of that.
And they control
Oi.
most of everything, including the
Are you a
city
bad
that we're supposed to
person?
meet
Flushing
them
out bandits and stuff I'm totally okay with, but
I believe that
robbing the world?
that's not my choice.
Oh my dear.
I
Well-
like hearing that, honestly. I think that was
Yeah.
a good answer.
Do we fight against the river or do we follow the river? I think that's kind of what it comes
Plus, this
down to.
ecosystem is beautiful here.
at. True. I like
I do really like this place.
What does that mean? We're
Besides the
hiding
boat
down
ride.
here, or does that mean
You
we're
can get rid of all that
off
water.
to a different place?
Are whispering quite loud.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously.
Great, get in the huddle.
Are you not, take a knee. What are you doing? You can get it
All
up.
right, you're on the team now.
Adam, pros and cons.
Yeah, line it up for us.
I can assure you now, if you've gone this far with the job, then there will be no paying back the 500. It will be your necks in the gallows alongside me.
Oh.
Oh.
You have to realize he paid for you to come here. There is no leaving.
Wait. He?
That little
Yeah, the silver dice.
Who's he? The Silver Dice is a company. Who's he?
He's what makes the silver dice the silver dice.
Cryptic. This is why I don't like
Is he,
religious.
what race is he? Does he have a name?
There's a red-haired dwarf with one eye that runs the
No,
mafia.
I have two eyes.
Haired.
Alright, red-haired dwarf.
Del the Godless. Not the first
The
of his name.
godless.
The godless.
Godless.
Del the godless.
Like Dell
And-
Computer?
It is told that his great-grandfather helped found the city of New Albion.
Why are you here if not in New Albion?
Well, probably. Oh, that's right.
I can't start an uprising against the Godless in his home.
So he won. So he's won, basically.
I was just
And
going back to the
you're
old tale of the
just
preacher and
small.
the gambler.
Yeah, that's what I. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's the very same actually.
So you're the preacher, and he's the gambler.
I am one of many.
You're in the ground. You're wearing flannel.
That's not a bad choice.
It is for a preacher.
What I
You
think
wanted
your
Of
friend
course
is
I want
failing
the
to
plan, I'm not a
understand, of
preacher.
course, is that I am not the very same preacher.
No, what I'm saying is it's not a great viewing.
I don't know why you said
You
that. I
don't-
trust this man more because of his flannel
You don't
than I do if he didn't.
inspire-
Well, it only seems to be the person who's actually saying who actually has been talking up front, been honest about things
He was
to
also
us
hiding
without
his own
wanting
home.
to.
It's not like he's caring about the optics of what other people think when he's not expecting company.
What?
You think he doesn't wander around?
Like when I wander around my home, I'm in.
Do you wander around
Poor
town like
son of
this?
Peter.
Do you wander around town like this?
I just don't go to town looking like myself.
Right. Flannel.
Stop harassing the
Why
flannel.
are we
Yeah.
on about? You wanted this. a
We're
second
not
Of
ago.
course
talking
I do, I'm not the
We're
preacher.
not talking about the flannel. We're
What are we
talking
getting so
about
hung up on?
whether
I'm
or
trying to
not
figure out what we're doing with
we
our
need
lives.
to figure it out. Is my life a lie? Are the people who I thought were helping me get out of this bad place in life are actually the ones sabotaging my life in the long run?
Yeah, it actually puts us in a predicament.
The point
So
I'm
now that
trying
we
to
actually
make-
took the gold.
No, we love you a little bit.
Oh, not you.
Is if you value your own
I'm not a
lives,
cat.
you are too deep. And you have to take me before the silver dice. And if it means to save you, then I will go willingly.
Ew. Self-sacrifice is
Oh.
so gross. Alternative.
You're making me like you. God damn it.
Alternative. We bring you with us
I've
as
sworn, I'm sorry.
a prisoner
God
to
part.
the silver dice,
Mm.
and then we kill the silver dice.
Like next week,
We can't
Sure.
kill an
the entire organization.
It's going to take a lot more
the
preparation
gambler.
than that. No, it's going to take a lot more
gambler,
preparation
godless.
than that.
We're probably never even going to see the gambler. He's the head honcho in charge of the whole thing. We're probably going to go through Goblin McAsshole Face, the little in-between guy with really nice handguns.
Goes and makes traps.
They make very big holes in people.
He wants to kill him. I
kinda
have
do.
bombs.
But that was a long-term
met-
thing that I was going to do without you guys.
One of the
Okay.
enforcers.
Scribs,
No.
right?
Yes.
What was it? Yes.
Yeah.
Scribs.
Scribs mixed griddle?
Scribs McGriddles.
Yeah.
Gribbles.
I like
Yeah.
it.
He was in New Haven.
Aye.
Yes.
He was the one who hired us on to find you, and he popped in quite literally in the bedroom window to give us our pay. But
Do you have money?
Too deep indeed, then.
he knows we're here. He knows we're actively looking for you. And he does probably know about the flyers that you passed out. So he will most likely be somewhere at the bank scoping it out, not necessarily knowing about the secret tunnel, which
Well.
could play an advantage. But
I forget huge swaths of that song, but then I remember it goes, Secret Tunnel. Sorry.
Weird question. And the answer's probably no. But have you had anyone RSVP to your little secret meeting in the tunnel?
No, of course not. It's a
Do you have
secret
that
meeting.
contract
All right. Well, you're dumb.
that
Okay.
Scrib McGriddle's had?
Yes, of course.
So it's a person of a certain individual and the rest,
I'm
right?
just gonna. Can I just push
Yes.
him?
Let's get the
just
descriptions
gently?
down
Like, I'm not
perfectly well.
actively am doing
And it said,
combat. I'm just gonna
hopefully
like, try
alive,
to, like, hey,
right?
Like,
Said
just a minute.
exclusively alive.
Can I just
Oh, is it exclusively
Wanda.
alive?
maybe
Yes.
pet his flannel a little?
I mean, if we find
He's
someone who's
joined the
identical
like,
and he, can't say whether he's a preacher or not,
Tom, we
then,
can
I mean,
sacrifice Tom.
don't
What?
you dare! That's my boy.
Well, the thing is, if
Don't you take my boy!
if we cast a spell to make Tom look like Adam temporarily, we can hand him over to the gremlin goblin individual.
I don't, well, that's a very
But
temporary
that would
solution,
have
because
to
that
give
still
up his
puts us in the
flannel.
hornet's nest.
But that gives us enough time. to
Scrib said he was
bake-
leaving town and that we had to meet him in New Albion as well.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be anywhere near. Oh, thank God. Dracon. $10 donation. Divine intervention. Let the truth be known.
Ooh, what does that mean?
Oh.
It means we get an extra little tidbit that we might be missing.
You
Yeah, we're like all confounded. Like,
The way I see it, though, we have two options. Either we take him, who has surrendered himself completely, and
Okay.
simply complete this mission,
get our pay.
get our pay, and move on. Or
Aggressively move on.
we completely 180 and become his full support crew in whatever noble endeavor this may be.
Well, you
I
need
don't
better plans
necessarily-
first off and the rest. You have to have some
No.
sort of network, right?
I could
Or is
easily
it just
have-
you? Do you have friends? Do you have contacts?
There are others.
Oh.
How many others? Is it like a significant amount, or are we trying to like? Are we on the side of the bull or the gopher?
What?
We're in a
Oh, is
hole.
it- yeah, yeah. We definitely are in a hole.
We're all just looking at you.
Give us that divine intervention, baby.
Woo.
Well, with such an interesting analogy, we are
I just made it up.
the gopher, I suppose. There are very few of us existing. Some more in the shadows than I would like to admit.
Okay.
All right.
So what I'm hearing is you like to tell stories, you're broke, and there's very few of you.
Oh my gosh, is it a bard? No, just kidding.
Have you ever heard of cults?
That's what all religions are when they're small.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Are we joining a cult?
Well, it's the only thing we've got going for us at this point. Either we go back to the silver dice and probably don't make it, or we don't go back to the silver dice and have maybe it don't make it.
There's
I probably
no
don't make it, but
probably.
it might be fun.
We won't
If-
make it if we don't bring it back to the silver dice.
Listen to me.
Right.
So we're either
I
going
will
100%
pledge
underground or we're bringing it
My blood to you
What?
if you give me that fucking blood.
Stop with the flannel. No more flannel talk.
It's all I want.
You can get your own damn
Tom
flannel.
would look lovely without
It's-
flannel.
no.
He has holes
You
in
don't
his
even-
shirt.
You don't even know if Tom's
I-
coming back.
can't allow this Tom to die for me either.
He's not dying for you. You're giving him a fucking
Also, it wouldn't work. Any
jacket.
illusion magic that we put on would just fail after death.
Which would
Or after a certain amount of time.
Sure.
And then
Assuredly
we'd be
result
ratted
in
out.
death.
But then
I'm
that would give
not
us a chance
going to
at
let
least
Tom
escape.
die. Jesus.
Right, but I
Alright.
don't think you want the size and scope of this company. I'm not quite sure that the four of us together could take that one goblin, let alone whatever hive we would wind up walking into to turn fake Adam in. Our combat potential of fighting our way out is minuscule at best from any estimation that I have.
So here's what I hear.
I hear.
We're good at winging it. And I think we should take the boy.
I think we should not go back to the dice. I don't know what we should do, but just not go back to the dice.
And take the boy.
Not to the dice. Take him where then?
We keep.
Well, it seems very
Keep-
nice off here.
We keep. We help you.
We can't collect another coin. It's,
We
people
don't-
want commodity.
We can't even leave
Are
if you
you
decide
going-
not to take me to the dice.
Are
Yeah,
you
we're kinda
going
stuck
to?
here.
We don't have.
Your adventuring
Well,
will
all right.
stop here
Well,
in this
all
cabin.
right.
Great.
I think
going to-
we're thinking
Weren't you going to
too
go to the city?
close-minded into like what's happening right now and the rest.
I have
the
my
long-term
meeting.
thing, I've kind of
Then-
seen that this world
Then
is
why,
kind of shite.
why don't we do this? Why don't we just go to the city with you to this meeting?
Well, my my meeting is in town. I don't know if I can even hope to progress to the city.
Can we talk about a little hole in your plan? You said you passed out a bunch of these flyers all over, not just the town. The fucking flyer just says the bank.
Yes.
Do all of them just say the bank?
Those,
No, it was the address of the bank. It didn't say like the actual name of the location.
those who know would know. There are more
No,
than
it
just
says
you
just
that
the
have
bank.
sorted out the catacombs underneath the city.
That's not necessarily a good thing. So
There are many who
How many
would
attempts
like-
have there been? Well, people know about it.
We're literally an adventure party. He can speak to the spiders. We had to have very special skills to get here. Everyone else is going to die.
attempts to meet, to
Well, just to meet,
overthrow the
or-
dice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if someone sees a way into a bank, how many people have tried it? I mean, if I was a guy, figured out a way into the bank and realized it could make a quick buck and isn't in debt.
Most would be too afraid
Right.
to stand against the dice.
You know who would it be? Who
us.
has nothing left to lose. And who has the backing of our entire group? Tom.
Well,
We
All
could
right.
do it.
Poor
I think
funny boy.
for the long term of things and the rest, I mean, the biggest problem in this land I've seen so far is the dice itself. I really don't like our employer and the rest. But, I mean, keep your enemies closer, as they say. And people are going to die no matter what. It's going to be us or them, and the closer that we can get to this dice means the more that we know about them. And perhaps, I mean, I hate to say it, if we turn you in, complete the job, we can make an oath to try and tear them down from the inside. Do more jobs, maybe? Because I really do want to kill that little goblin runt for blowing up my beard, putting that trap in that wagon.
If I am to be brought before the dice, I would ask that you take a relic of mine with you. Maybe someday when you start whatever insurrection may come, if you so choose to, my beliefs will live on.
We probably have to hide it first, at least put it somewhere safe. If they found it in our possession, we're going to be searched when we go into the city, most likely.
It is not as obvious as you might think.
Oh,
Not
well,
cool.
then what is it? Is it an object?
Is it the flannel?
It's not the flannel.
What if it was? You don't know. Tell me what your relic is.
And he kind of hobbles over to this case that he's been loading up. Rifles around it, clothes are pouring out, work boots, camping supplies. And he pulls out a looking glass. And it's got a gold chain that it
Complete
dangles
my
from.
outfit.
Is that the relic?
You will learn this
Smacks
is
hand.
one of many.
I'm not taking, I'm offering.
There are still symbols of the old days, and this is where my faith was founded.
Do you just look through it, or what is it? Is it magical?
There is a certain day of year that you will look through this.
Right.
Right.
So, I guess my vote would be, let's put it up to vote so we can actually make a final decision. I'd say that we'd have to take you in. I accept that relic. And I'd be for trying to get close to the silver dice and make sure that those suckers pay.
It is the smartest course of action.
I concur.
Agree.
Here, here.
All right. Oh, let's hear it.
That's unanimous. For once.
Well,
So sorry.
may God bless your souls.
Well, then yours
I
too,
hope
unless you're
they-
too good of a man to be putting yourself in that position. You're sacrificing yourself. You understand that?
I understand, but if it means an innocence will live, then my sacrifice will not be in vain. And he hands you the spyglass.
You're like underneath the handle.
It's on a chain. You should wear it with pride. Hide it under your beard.
You probably
Oh,
should
right.
wear it.
Like tuck it in, like do braid around it so that it's well hidden.
It's a curd.
Okay, all right.
I will show you the way out.
This place, we're really lost. Really nice place, actually.
That's
Okay,
what I say,
so are
it's
we
really
taking
nice.
him with us, or are we
Well, we
leaving
have
him?
Yes, that's what we just
Yeah.
agreed
We
on.
just agreed.
Alright.
He's
I
coming
don't
with
know,
us. We're
It was
giving-
very shiny, okay? I just wanted it.
Gives us crossed out, not to us.
Yeah, and he kind of guides you out of the log cabin. You pass the back door. It kind of circles around, and you see two little flamingos that have been carved,
Oh.
and they're just kind of sticking in his lawn.
Yeah. Signify.
And then there's this bridge that kind of takes the back gap of this moat around the river. It leads you through a somewhat hidden path past all of the mycelia kind of covering the place into a stone passageway that carves up the side of it into another tunnel to the surface. It's
Light. So nice.
a little bit of a hike, and you come to a door,
Door?
Well, and
and there are sunbeams on the other side.
is this is it town, or where are we at?
This
So-
will put you, us, just on the outskirts of town.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna make it look realistic, we better pick out these manacles, and I have to ask you to wear them. If we're gonna play the role, we better play the role.
Right. Kind of tucks up his sleeves.
Locks it up.
Right. Okay, let's take him.
Yeah, New Albion then, because we already got them, so we're around there.
To
Well,
Albion.
So, bring out that map.
Wait. Do we want to wait at the town and see if anyone's going to join us in the meeting time?
That's a good
Because if
I
there
think-
are others, we might be able to get some more information
Could
about
we-
this.
I think we shouldn't
God.
associate with this meeting and everything else like that. We have our guy.
Wait, I like the idea, and I think we should disguise them. Take the manacles off.
If your intention is to turn me in, I would ask that you do not try to uncover the identities of others who wish to believe.
That's my
Touche.
thoughts exactly.
Yeah,
Fair
that is
enough.
a
We-
good idea.
We got you, and if your
Why put-
people are scarce and few, they should stay sparse.
Let's
It's
get our cart rented.
nothing against
Mhm.
you, but everyone breaks eventually,
Touche.
and you could endanger them.
Smart as well.
Hate your morals.
It's just a smart decision.
Yeah,
It's not.
it's ground.
Because if it ever comes down to it, and they figure out we're not working with them anymore, we
No, we're
give up the
working with them.
names.
We're working with
know.
them very well to get
They're
close.
still gonna take us out, probably. Have you ever known the Silver Dice to be merciful? Not
If you're
as long
getting
as
tortured for information, you're already dead.
Yeah.
I've never
Let's
been
mosey
on
forth.
Ah!
Is chat doing something? I
I
see you
know,
guys like
I'm
reading
like-
those.
I don't want to know,
I'm
man.
just don't
wanna
spoil
know.
it. Don't spoil it. We didn't look up the music. We didn't look up anything. Don't
Why-
spoil it.
We're actually supporting the baddies. Are we
Well,
the
it's like
baddies?
poor hollowed inside. You know, he doesn't know any of the stuff from it either. From my understanding, he's like, "What's going on with the dolls?"
Yeah.
It's like I don't want to know.
Yeah,
Like,
that,
I am
holy!
more
I'm
than
looking
cool
I
at
forgot
right now.
that.
Don't
Not knowing
spoil
about the
this.
dolls. I'm not asking.
Nope, I don't, nope.
We got a couple. We got what, like 2 weeks on the cart with this guy anyway.
Yeah.
To get there.
More
Like,
than plenty of time.
more than plenty of time to
Probably
ask
gonna be
about
a
it.
topic
Oh,
for
yeah.
an
Be
evening.
suspicious.
And yeah, you guys pop open. It's 7 or 8 in the afternoon. Spent a good deal of time
Yeah.
traveling.
Yeah. Well, we got it.
Yes.
Did
And
it.
you are, as promised, a couple miles out of town. It is a disguised door. It looks like a patch of grass on
Love
the
it.
other side of it. And you drop it closed, and it is, even though you know it's there, still incredibly difficult to see the outline of the door.
Mental marker. Just in case. We need
So
to flee
Do
somewhere.
like the one stick in the ground next to it. No.
Yeah, that's fair. Leave a bug.
Had the one like spits plants there.
Speaking of bugs,
Yeah, I got like there's
what
like
a
an ant colony
pistol!
nearby. I'm like, you guys guard this.
Yeah, there you go.
yeah, Gift has scurried to get real close with Peter in your hat. He does not like the sun.
That is
I'm
just
sorry.
fine. Yeah, they can
How
hide.
big is Gift?
I thought Gift was
He's
as
He's like
big
kitten
as I
size.
I think it's soft.
No, he
yeah.
grows to that big.
Oh.
Okay, so
About-
he's not
about
that.
kitten size.
He's
Okay,
like a kitten.
cool.
So he totally fits under my
So
adventuring
cute.
hat.
Okay,
Peter might
I
have
was
to like slither
picturing
down
like
my jacket or
giant
something.
legs coming down.
Like hair.
Yeah, he's curled up in it and like purring.
It's all
Alright,
good, buddy.
cool.
It's all good.
All right.
You begin your hike back to town.
Doop-a-doo. Back to
Have to
town.
collect Tom, guys. He doesn't know what he's doing.
All
Tom
right, well,
would-
we'll take a small detour with the carts and
We'll,
pick up
we'll
Tom
have to
and then
load
we'll
up
give him
on
passage.
supplies, food, maybe
Yes.
an extra tent that we can carry along. If we can get a wagon,
I
that's
have
best.
a box that
Hmm.
is something.
That's a cot for you, right?
It's for we'll find out. We can figure it out.
What kind of fold so?
Okay,
We can find out.
Tom said he was down by the river, right?
Yeah.
Is he still down by the river, or is he running through the streets naked?
I don't think Tom would.
Definitely not the second
I
one.
don't know, man. I realize
has
now I
done
only talked to the man for 5 minutes. He could be a psychopath.
He's
to
a-
talk.
What we do know is that he is depressed and he needs help.
It makes the worst financial decisions
He does.
possible.
I'm his life coach.
Well, those loans seem pretty aggressive. Let's be honest.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so he is actually in town,
Oh.
And I just wave at him.
Is
And
he like in the
has-
stockades?
full purchased several carts.
Oh.
He's ready
With
to rock
what money?
with the money that you paid him.
It
Or
wasn't
you
that
paid
I
it.
was
much.
gonna say I only gave him
500 gold
That's more than a cart's
or
worth.
750. A cart's like 10 gold.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
He has several carts,
When you guys say
a couple
carts,
of beautiful
it's like,
stallions.
Oh.
Okay.
Our boy's done some work. Our
Can
boy's
I
laid down
name
the
one
groundwork.
of the-
Eh?
And has loosely linked them all together to make like a sled team of carts.
I am
Ah.
delighted.
Tom, I take it? By how everybody's
Hi,
talking to you?
Buggy boy.
Hey guys,
Bernard
yeah.
Bugman. It's
Uh,
a pleasure.
Mr. Bugman.
Buggy boy.
Are these
Tom,
carts
look at
for
me.
our journey to New Albion?
They can be. I was just trying to see how many I could put together.
Ah.
Well, that's really mighty convenient because we
Well,
actually need to make our way to New Albion.
You did it.
Tom.
Let's continue. Let's
Nope. Tom does
start.
good work. Shush.
Yeah, there's
Tom
about
is making
6
good life decisions.
Hell
like
yeah.
that
a
have
coach.
been like.
Are they like loaded up or are they just
No,
empty
he's
carts?
not. It's just.
They've got like
coincidence.
half walls constructed on them, like almost a living arrangement,
Okay.
Ah.
like
Like a
think-
motorhome?
like RV. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But no like boxes of supplies yet or anything.
Not yet. No. It seems that what money he has had has gone to
Has gone
putting
to
more carts into
Putting
the
more carts
arrangement.
onto the line.
Cool.
Do you see? Do you see?
It's a good start, and that helps us a lot.
No, it's
Yeah.
away from him. I'm like
we
looking
do
at you like.
need provisions, water.
He does
and-
good
Oh, we need
job.
stuff. Yeah, I got you guys. Don't on me, really.
I just need a large bag of like acorns.
And
We're-
That's kind of weird, but we can do that.
I know
Alright,
this is
thank you.
weird, but can I do a sense motive on Tom?
Yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
what does
Does he
gift-
seem different?
What does gift mean?
He seems
Bugs.
happy, and I don't know what to do
You're
with
gonna have to
that.
sacrifice your own pleasure.
No.
Go out hunting at night.
Okay, so that's a
He didn't have a
whole
website if he's like a
4.
predator.
Never
You
clarify what he eats.
oh right. Natural 20. The most. I was drowning. My beard got soaked, but I can know what this man's up to.
But you know this guy's mind.
He has never held this much money in his life,
So he's just spending
that is a man
all of it.
who's experiencing
and
genuine
is just
Okay.
completely euphoric with the amount of things he can purchase.
joy. If anything, he might have gone slightly mad with the money, and the tying it together. I mean, hopefully it works out.
I'm whispering this, but like, I was worried maybe he got bought by the dice.
Well, yeah, because
So
we
we have
work
to be
for it.
careful. Right, but like,
Oh yeah.
all right, Tom, you're doing great.
But you said, well, we need some provisions and food on top of it.
Yeah, we can take the whole fucking in if we want.
Let's.
I want to hire that poor guy who was actually overworked. Well,
He already
Bet.
works for the dice company.
yeah, he's got
Yeah.
his contract.
Last time we tried to relieve him, he got yelled at.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Quite viciously.
Very much so.
Yeah.
A bed was dropped on his head.
He might
bed
die.
on the head.
They might like,
Yeah,
you know?
but we work for it.
Wouldn't that be an incentive though
Well,
for him?
not necessarily. We don't.
To-
Can't
To go
trust
with
him
us
be-
to the dice headquarters because we're turning in our job.
Yeah.
Of course.
We're going to the city.
We're going to New Albion.
Hey, we
Yes,
did it.
We're moving up in the world, Tom.
Is that how's it, dude?
Yep,
This is
that's the dude.
the guy. So we need to get him out of here before the townsfolk go berserk. Let's get our supplies and run.
Yes.
I'll go to the inn,
We need
purchase
to
our
deliver him
supplies.
alive and well.
I'll be
Right.
back.
Oh,
And he needs
yeah.
to be a secret, Tom. Don't go telling people.
Mum's the word and whatever.
Someone needs to stay with Tom so he doesn't
Yeah,
blab.
you guys stay here.
Yeah,
I'll go
you're-
purchase supplies.
I'll
No,
stay
I'll be
with
back.
Tom.
I'm cool.
I'll
for
go to
it,
the inn
right?
and get enough food for the rest.
Tom,
of
we're
the
gonna
travel
hang
rations.
out. You're gonna let me know all the things you've done. It's very cool. Very proud of you,
What
Tom.
else have you bought?
And I'm gonna like hop up on the cart and like pat his head. Be like,
Don't.
Nancy didn't
Touch-
deserve
no.
you.
Oh, Tom has willpower now that he's
I've
got
bought
one.
4 Nancys since then.
Bought for
Right.
Nancy. Oh, how are your horses named Nancy?
I'm becoming
No,
more
that'd be silly.
amenable to the plan before.
Come on, let's
Yeah.
get these supplies.
Yeah,
Right.
I already was heading to
Probably
the inn
hope
just to
it-
buy what we need. and the
Yeah.
rest
Do we
that
want to do
adds.
any
Skips
more
right along
investigating
after ya.
before we
Sweet.
leave?
Have
I
fun.
think we know what we
Yeah,
need.
because I'm just
to
gonna
know
make sure that we
in
get
this
nice
town.
travel rations
Easy
for
Yeah.
for everybody.
He is more than happy to pay for the entire venture.
Nope, it's all me this time.
No,
No.
listen, right? I
Take advantage.
I need this, right? I have been nothing but take and take and take from this society, and that's not gonna happen today.
I don't like him anymore.
No,
Just let it go.
Just
I'm
okay.
going to. In a very
Remember-
royal
Let me
way.
do my
Remember,
pitch.
cool
Food's
as a
on me this
cucumber.
time.
I'm never gonna let
You
that
can
one
get the
go.
next thing.
Are you
I
sure? I'm just
will.
gonna buy lotto tickets if not.
Shortcake. Thank
Just
you.
I think
Buy
food's a bit
supplies.
more
Strawberry
useful.
shortcake, thank you, because I'm super
Yeah.
sweet.
So that's why it's all getting spent. Just let me buy the food.
Let the man
Alright.
buy the food.
This.
We can repay him in other
Okay.
ways. You can
Well,
buy
yeah,
him ale.
well, we
it's
also have to be
alright.
vigilant because as we're traveling as a caravan and the rest, there's other threats
Look,
to be had.
Let him spend his money.
All right. Get us some
Just do it.
rations. Make sure it's
Done.
good for travel.
Don't worry, I got something for the threats too. Always thinking. That's getting delivered this afternoon, and then we can take off.
Oh dear, is it a mini cannon? I'm scared.
Right. Well, if you need any help, make sure to let us know if anything that we can do, including to help pitch and pay or.
Yeah, the guys at the dockyard were more than helpful. A couple hundred gold really shakes people.
Okay.
Anyway,
Thank you.
see you in a bit.
Yeah.
See you in a bit.
Goodbye.
Did you give him so much money?
$750.
I didn't give him
T-
that.
I
Tom,
did.
where did you
Just
get all
It
seven-
this
doesn't
money?
matter who gave it to him.
No, it
he's
doesn't.
got
He's
it.
indentured to me, actually.
No, sorry.
Tom,
Your friends
My
were more
boys
than
already
gracious.
signed the contract.
He didn't.
our friends?
He's got free will.
Well,
Leave him
you're-
alone.
Oh,
Compatriots.
This is the most
Okay.
freedom
And just where
skill
the page
I've
is
ever
where you
had.
bought all this?
Let
Yeah.
him have this high.
I'm
Oh.
gonna go get Nancy.
I don't have any money. It all came from that.
Oh.
He's got 4 of them.
Just
so
making
we
sure
don't
that
know
we
which
weren't
one
digging
he's-
your hole deeper.
Actually, 5.
No,
You didn't
I'm,
take another
I'm,
loan, did you?
I'm okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Tom is awesome. That
Prance
is
is
my
off inside the inn. Arrives an hour later with a 7th cart full of rations.
7th card.
Right.
There are kegs and barrels of stored goods.
Good. Okay.
Bundles of food.
I inspected her, like, can they travel well?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Like it is ready to roll. Like we can leave.
And we.
Yes, I think so. We leave under the cover of night and make haste.
Yeah. Shortly before you guys take off, there's a delivery from the shipment yard,
That's right.
and it is a single swivel cannon.
I called it.
All right.
It is mounted to the frontmost cart.
Who's taking the front?
The one who has the guns.
Aye.
Aye.
Ooh.
Aye.
Where's Tom? We should make him sit on the sacks.
Yeah, I'm gonna be tinkering around for that little.
That's probably one of the coziest seats. I didn't think about chairs for these things. I've got these little walls that you can kind of lay down behind, I guess, but there are no seats.
I have a cabin. I'm fine.
Maybe you stay with the bug.
I'll sit on the
so
green.
he makes sure the cabin is not falling out
You
of
could
the
buy an
wagon.
extra bedroll, probably out of town, right?
A bedroom.
A bedroll.
A bedroll.
Yeah.
I've got a bedroll.
Oh,
Don't we all
we'll grab
have
that?
bedrolls
Better
in the
than
adventure
say.
pack?
I do.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
everyone got a bedroll.
Yeah.
Yeah, And I mean, really, if we wanted, we could all just sit in the cot. I guess someone has to
Probably would-
steer,
Yeah.
I feel like that's
Take shifts.
dangerous.
Well, and plus, how much ammunition do you get for this little swivel guy?
We have 7 goddamn carts.
I got a barrel. It's on the
I get
Fourth
well
cart?
acquainted.
The
I actually have
animal's
craft
not even started
firearms
with the gun.
of +7, so actually, I'm all over that thing.
yeah. You
I inspect it. I like
Go and
where
put the-
hit where
put
kings
the
and rest, I, like,
the
stick it.
cannonballs where they need to be, as well as the keg of black powder and,
Yeah.
and the box of fuses and stuff for it.
I
Perfect.
trust Tom fully. I think we need to leave now.
Good. All right.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Pretty
let's
much.
leave.
You mush
I
off.
thought we were already leaving.
It's a
No,
little
they've been sitting
awkward.
there talking about the cannon.
Shit.
They are kind of linked together, both laterally and horizontally, but they kind of shift a little bit as you're moving,
I'll-
like train carts.
I'll talk to the horses and get them a little better in sync.
Yeah.
Give 'em a little coaching.
Yeah, they have never ran in
Yeah.
a line or
No,
in a,
I understand. I
Tom has
sympathize.
these ideas, but they're not always feasible.
Yeah.
Yeah. After some training and some kind of
Yeah,
ushering
after a
into-
little
into
coaching.
some good stride, they do eventually sync up with each other.
Okay,
It
good.
makes it a much more pleasurable existence on these 4 or 6 different
We're
guys.
training out. Caravan's rolling.
All right.
It works like a snake so as you go along this rounded road. it, like,
Yeah.
So we have our prisoner who is watching him. Are we
Right.
putting him in the box?
I was gonna say,
Well, anyone who's in the
he's
cabin.
also
rest.
coming with us willingly and has vowed that he
we-
will not
we
resist.
both-
Put
do
him in
need
the
a guard.
cabin.
We
Yes.
can all be in the box.
Put Tom in the box.
But Tom
I mean, like I
and the
said,
person
someone,
are
I
in the
can
box.
steer.
Let Tom drive. It's
I was
his
gonna say.
deal. If he needs any help with the horses, he can talk to me.
I'll
And we
leave
will
that.
know.
Well, you're
I'll
in the
designate
box.
you three to try and make sure to watch over our prisoners rest, and I'll be with Tom as we drive, and the rest as
Fair.
coach.
I like this plan.
It's a coach helper, so like that kind of.
I could use a secluded place to do a little work as well.
Okay.
Great. We'll take first shift then.
Right.
Enjoy your naps. I did enchant in a little fireplace in there.
Ooh.
I don't know if it works. I haven't tried it.
Oh dear.
It may cloud up, like fire in a box kind of deal. You'll have to figure that out on your own.
Sure,
but-
we believe in you, Tom.
Swanky.
Enjoy your stay.
I will.
Thank you for flying Air Tom.
Air Tom.
Do I get free peanuts on this flight?
Yeah, there's a lot of barrels. I'm sure there's nuts in there somewhere.
Cool.
Got acorns.
Ah, yes.
So I can cast Good Berry on them. And simply feed myself for just about the entirety of the trip on like 3 casts.
Fuck yeah. Alright, so long rest, I'm guessing?
Yeah, you guys spread out the cot, and you both kind of like awkwardly
Like-
sit on the ends of it,
And then
and then yeah, Adam kind of into the middle, and with it just kind of you shrink into yourselves inside the box as it
Nice.
collapses back into its cube,
Okay, cool.
and you are once again inside what appears to be a quaint little cabin.
Aww, that is.
There's a light switch.
Ah, can I?
A light switch.
Electricity.
fancy as fuck.
We didn't even know what a phone was. How
Yeah.
are we supposed to know what a light switch
Yeah,
is?
it's more of a lever at this point.
Gotcha. So just like a good old up there.
Yeah, you flick it and the outside turns dark. Like there are windows
Huh.
in this cabin, and it just kind of.
Huh. So it's nighttime.
So who else in the
Nighttime.
cabin?
I am.
You 3 and Adam.
Okay.
And you guys are now holding mine. Oh, the box with all of
The
us. in it.
box. Yeah.
I was gonna say my personage, and that wasn't quite right.
You may also just leave it on the deck. I'm sure it's fine.
Fair enough.
Well, not on the deck, probably in an interior or something.
You know where it's at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet.
Great.
Is what else is in the room? What else is in this little cabin? Is it like a one-room cabin and that's it?
Yeah, there's a couple of chairs. There are some bunks
Mhm.
kind of put up against one wall.
Solid.
And, it's more of a prep area than a kitchen, but there is like some counter space and a couple of shelves.
Easy. All right. Cool. Well, I called that bunk, and I'm gonna scurry up the ladder, and I'm gonna plop myself on the top
That's
bunk.
fine. There's a good desk around.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I sit down and start pulling out ingredients.
Yeah, you kind of clear off the desk and you
Yeah.
see like love letters to Nancy that have been left here.
I just open a drawer and just like shovel in and just close. It's like that is now the drawer that I'm never touching again. Put a
Gift.
little like sticky note on it, like just don't.
Gift crawls back out now that the sun is no longer an immediate threat.
Yeah. Yeah. Now it's like low artificial light,
Yeah.
soft light. Make sure my buddy's okay.
Crawl under the bunk, like under the bunk bed, leaving that like bottom bunk for Adam, but I'm like under it.
You're such a bougie individual. You choose the floor.
I don't trust any of this.
You were
I
all
don't like magic. Yeah, first half of the watch goes by uneventful. Do you decide to take the second watch as well?
on the box.
Can one of us get out of the box at a time?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Yeah, I was
I was kinda
picturing
wondering
all of
about
us
that,
popping
too.
out.
yeah, everyone, it's all
Tom,
or
how
nothing.
rested are you?
I'm wired.
Okay.
Well, I could
I
probably
am
use some
high
rest.
on life, my guy.
Well, good to hear. Then I'm gonna go get one of my friends and see who's willing. If not, I'll be right back up.
I can, yeah, whatever. I mean, I can do it myself, man. I can do this for days, probably. I'm feeling good.
Dear me.
Well,
Please get help.
we're holding this together now. With Eddie actually goes over and like
Are you
the
by
box.
the bunks?
Yeah.
Yeah, you pop it open.
All right. Anyone up for second watch?
Hey, booming voice.
Oh, is it a
Jesus!
I just like scoop my work back into my bag. I still have plenty to do.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
I'll go out and continue my work.
You hear just a teeny tiny like conversation. Yeah, I'll go out.
I just reach
was
out
that?
to pat Adam to make
Yeah.
sure he's still there, and then I like.
What was
sink
that?
in.
Back. A booming voice ripples through the cabin again. It shakes things.
I just go.
Yeah.
Get out and go.
Yeah. Bugman
It's like
springs
springs
forth
out
from
of
this.
the box.
I'll take it. Please don't yell into the box. It's quite loud in there.
He grabs you and actually moves away. I was just talking.
Yeah,
It's a
no,
normal voice.
I can understand.
It wasn't yelling.
It was super loud. So let's not.
Yeah, so it makes sure like he like keeps it
Pass a
far
note
away from the
next time or
box.
something. You know?
Just one piece.
Do you pop in?
Yeah, they're like
Yeah, you tag out.
yeah.
Just looking at you from under the bed, I'm like, welcome.
Yeah. Adam has refused the bunk and is instead sitting on his knees on the cold hard floor.
Adam,
Those
you
religious
should take care of
folks.
yourself. Take a bunk.
That's all right. I've got.
I insist, please. Come on.
Listen, you fucking weenie. If you're sleep deprived, the plan might not go well. Do you want to get us all killed? It would be on your head.
I don't think the matter of me being awake is much difference in my execution.
That's what you think. But do you want to take the chance? You want us to all die? Okay.
Oh, that's it.
Leave the man be.
I know, like,
Yeah,
just
He's
let
just
him
coming
be.
to terms with
I
himself.
just sink
Yeah.
back into
Yeah.
the darkness under the bunk.
Christ.
Get some good rest and take care of yourself.
That's fucked up.
I poke my
Heavy
head over the
sentence
top bunk.
ahead, yeah.
Either you shut your
In fact,
tater
I-
traps or I'm kicking you out of my
I'm not
cabin.
locked the same time.
Goes back under my covers.
I will have a lot of time to sleep.
Just
It's
thinking
a
that
long
over.
road ahead of us.
All right. Hop in a bunk and sleep.
Yeah. Pass on. Night goes by. Uneventful.
Nice. Very nice. Very
You
good.
have made magnificent time
Go Tom.
due to Tom's incredible purchases of way too many horses to pull this.
Okay, but we're showing up in Albion,
Wait,
and
wait,
people are
wait.
gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
I have a very important question. Did he get a pony?
There are no
Dang, I
ponies.
should have requested a pony for myself.
Are we shifting the horses out? Is the question, so they don't run themselves to death.
You know,
This is the
despite
horse union.
being coached into, perfect sync in a full gallop, they look fine.
Whack.
Just tough horses.
They're
Damn.
impressive.
All right then. So we make it.
But
Oh,
we're still
probably
traveling.
for
It's
the
a
first
couple
day.
weeks, and we've spent the first night. It's a couple weeks to travel, so
Me about to climb back into the box.
just wake me up after hibernation. Yeah. Well, I'd like to
Sorry,
think
I'm just
that I have
preparing spells.
scurried. I'd like to think that I have scurried out of the box in the morning and with bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and ready to prepare.
Ready to
some-
rock and roll?
Ready
You
to
pop
Sleep
out
in a
first,
little?
like free, happy. I crawl out, like
Yeah, I'm like,
I'm like,
"Ah."
fuck all of you. Right then.
I'm ready to make some breakfast.
Yeah, at this point, you guys will have passed into the mountain range separating New Haven or New Albion from this side of the continent, the port you rolled in
Yeah.
on.
Okay.
So it is a totally different terrain. It is very rocky. There are
Oh, I love this place.
it's a lot of sun. It's real familiar. It's
The mountain homes.
not too unlike where we are currently physically residing.
Ah.
Oh,
So it is stony, dusty, and very
don't
hot.
tell everyone.
Alright. Beautiful. I'm collecting bugs.
Yeah,
the
after a
whole
little bit of
way.
rest, I'll just go out and sit next to Tom, just with that ready on that little cannon in case anything gets a
He's
nasty
fucking
idea.
going. You, when you pop out, Tom is doing push-ups. He is wired.
Tom,
He's bought some cocaine.
Tom,
He's got like a
I was gonna say,
tremble to
Tom,
his
are
hand.
you okay?
Oh,
good
no.
morning. That's what I wanted to start off with this.
Good morning.
Vietnam.
I hear this and immediately hop like 3.
Tom,
I've invented so many things while you were sleeping.
Okay.
like what?
Like a zapper
Zapper.
for bugs.
Oh.
You might want to keep that away from Bugman and the rest.
Yeah.
He likes bugs.
Sensitive topic, I understand. I also have a zapper for people.
Look, I understand. Mosquitoes belong in hell.
How much is the
Only the
zapper for
female
people?
ones, though.
And
Those are
it
the
doubles
ones
as a
that
zapper
The dudes
for
are cool.
cattle.
Okay.
You ever
Is
got
it-
a stubborn bull that doesn't want to go the way you want to go? You just
You know what's called a.
That's a weird
Is it
name for
intended
animal,
to kill it,
but I'll
or
take
is
it.
intended to harm?
No, it just kind of irritates them a little.
Isn't that a cattle prod?
A cat. That's an excellent name. You are prodding the cattle with the zapper.
Right.
But
Right.
they.
You could just talk to them.
A cattle prod.
Cows are very amenable to your wishes.
Tom,
Tom, did
have
you
you
buy
had any food
cookies?
recently?
Step on me.
Some
Breakfast, dinner? Have you been eating, drinking well?
Oops.
What are you drinking? What
I've
are
had
you
some water.
Snorting.
Oh. I'm not. What are you implying?
Oh, he's probably just.
Maybe it's just. Yeah, I was gonna say freedom. It's just
So how do you
changed this man.
steer this contraption the rest?
Oh, it took a lot of work to get someone else to figure that out. So basically, you have to like pull this lever back here, and it goes
Uh-oh.
back to like the
Oh, no.
the end of it,
Go, let
and
him
there
pull the
is
trigger.
a lever. So when he pulls it, it kind of jerks the cart as the back two wheels shift to the left. And then you push it forward, and it goes forward. And then you pull this one, and it goes the other way. And we steer from the back.
Ah, right. Is there a way we can slow down the horses and see if anyone else can train? Because you're gonna have to rest eventually, right?
Slow them down.
We don't
I can't
wanna-
do that. They're going. They're also enjoying their freedom.
It's a freedom high. Calming equals freedom high.
Eventually, you're gonna have to crash though, like sleep, right?
What are we gonna do when you sleep?
I mean, eventually, but you just
Well,
listen. You come over here, and I will show you the mechanism.
All right, guide me through it and everything else like that.
Right.
Let's take some.
So if you want to turn really hard, and
No,
he
no.
shifts one forward and one back, and the whole thing like,
I just fucking like flip over.
and he kicks it back.
That was not fun.
But if you don't want to turn that
Not
hard, you just
fun at
pull
all,
one or the
but
other.
I am
See what I'm
awake.
saying?
Alright. So
Welcome
here,
to the land of
with
the
that,
living.
like I'll test it. Like
Yeah.
try and
He's
play with
watching
it.
you intently. He's,
Yeah, and I'll try and take his coaching and we'll learn how to pilot this thing.
Yeah. Give me an applicable skill check. I don't know what knowledges you have.
Well, because there's knowledge of local, which probably doesn't do anything right there. Ride?
I would
I
accept
mean-
ride if you do not have a knowledge engineering available.
I do not.
Ride.
I mean,
is,
diplomacy maybe for him teaching me, like for just trying to like talk it out and figuring out all the mechanisms.
Handling animal?
Especially since he's showing me the levers and things like that, and just like the
Yes,
proper
technically
methodology.
steering a whole
Going through the
family
steps.
of horses.
So
I would say ride is still more.
right.
Is it
Yeah,
magic
all right.
at
So
all?
we'll do it right.
Oh!
No!
So that's the first natural one that I've rolled so far. Usually Great Ice
Oh,
does
nat
that
one.
more often.
That one.
I'm gonna kill us
I
all.
need everyone to make a reflex
No!
I don't wanna.
Send me a hero
For what it's
point.
worth, I'm
Save
sorry.
me.
as you have attempted to mimic his actions and suavely steering this cart.
I'd imagine like I sneezed.
Yeah. You get like some dust in your eye or something, and you lean into it and just crank it full to the left, teetering us completely off the road.
Not my
13.
finest moment.
23.
Good.
Oh.
21.
Cool. Good for half, both of you.
14.
Great.
Me and Bugman are fucked.
Tom, what happened?
You did catch me once though, so I'm just saying.
So today is a physics lesson in momentum. and the fact that these objects that are traveling with you are about to be met with an equal or opposite force.
Kerthunk.
Holy shit.
It was a hell of a puck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta throw him like that.
For
10,
drama.
16, 17 points of damage
Ouch.
Oh,
as you
Cool.
bite the dust.
another one back up there.
By over a third of my hit points.
Mm-hmm.
The horses
Ouch.
do not make it very far. They are still attached to this caravan that they are dragging and do eventually give up. And you are,
Just
and
gonna
all of your
Right.
items.
stopped
I don't
I
like
will admit I messed up. Everyone sound off. Everyone alive.
up. Oh!
Ah!
I mean, yeah, I'm good. I luckily grabbed onto your ankle when we went, so we're good.
Just angry, laying on the ground wrapped in a blanket.
How did Tom fare? That is my question.
That's a great question.
Is he like?
He was the first up.
Of course he does.
Yep, he like somersaulted into the fall,
Smart man. Okay.
narrowly avoided a cactus, but he is good. Nary a scrape on this man.
Good for him.
Invincible.
Right.
Adam, however, not so great.
Oh shit. I forgot about
Where's
Adam.
Adam? Did we leave Adam in the box or?
Yeah.
Yeah, is he still in that cabin?
Where's the box?
Oh.
That's a great
That's
question.
a good question.
Should
Start
we
looking
roll
for
to
the
see if we
box.
left Adam in the cabin?
can I
100%
do it?
did.
We did, yeah.
Shoot, I'm probably in the cabin right now.
Do a
Probably,
perception.
yeah. Perception. There it is.
Then you took a little more than that. As there are far more objects in the cabin.
Yeah.
I rolled
10 more points of damage.
26 for perception.
Rapidly
to see where
approaching
the-
unconsciousness.
Yeah, you do, after some searching, dusting yourself off, waiting for the dust to clear, you do eventually find the box. It is tucked under a bunch of other rubble from your supplies, and kind of half buried in the dirt. It does take some time, and there is dirt sifting into the top
Yeah.
of your
How
cabin.
how is Adam?
You know, he's pretty banged up, broken nose
I
kind
gotta-
of deal.
I gotta
like,
cure light wounds for him. That's 7 hit points.
It's enough to make him less miserable.
Just take away a little of the pain.
yeah,
Poor Tom.
Ugh.
couple of broken or sprained bits here and there.
I'd like to gently
Yeah.
like crack open the box. And go.
Oh.
I just hear.
You hear a little-
so quietly going to go. Are you okay in there?
What happened?
So like, can we just pop it open?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take us out.
Forcibly
Yeah.
eject.
Yes. Be like. Poor
Yeah,
Tom just.
you are sprung through it, and there is just rubble. Your carts have been overturned.
Guys.
Several of them are broken.
It was me.
Bad
I tried to
driving
drive
lessons.
it for less than a
Bad
minute, and,
driving lessons.
Ugh. Well, how are we gonna fix this?
Well, we have to write the cards and make sure to. Tom, where should we start for fixing this mess?
I
put us
don't.
in this.
We should check on the horses first to make sure that
Yeah.
they're okay, because if the horses aren't okay, we need to then figure out our mode of transportation from there on out and see if we
I
need to-
got you. And he sprints off after the horses.
I think it was a mistake to bring him.
It's your fault. Actually,
Well,
you know what?
it
He's
is my
done more on
driving.
this journey than you have. So,
Yeah, and I kind of halted it
All
up.
right, well,
I followed Tom.
then I've done great.
Yeah.
Because I brought
It doesn't
Tom.
take too long to rein them in. Tom has a supernatural control over these horses.
oh Lord.
Cool, cool, cool,
Weird.
cool.
He's able to guide them back. They calm pretty quickly.
Well, good. Now getting the cart up, we just have to like lift it
Oh.
up, or like it's just ropes and pulleys that we can use.
Yeah, two of the backmost carts, where the initial steering mechanism took kind of the brunt of this, they are broken.
Okay.
There's holes in what were the floorboards for them. The wheels are destroyed,
So we should
put through a
probably-
rock. You know,
So that's 2 out of 7.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can.
We could just
condense
detach
down-
him and ditch him. We
I
don't
was
need
gonna say-
7 carts.
No.
We
Or
can
just
condense
5 is
down
more than
I was
enough.
gonna say condense down to the 5. Keep the other horses that were there and keep them on the back so they're not pulling. They're just trotting behind. And then we can alternate out horses and continue at a pretty decent speed.
Yeah. You could, looking at the rubble, you could probably condense everything down to 2 or 3 platforms even.
Then let's do
He
it.
definitely went
But
above
what
and beyond
if
with
Right.
the
those
amount of
get
carts that
wrecked?
were
What if
purchases.
this happens again?
Well, then we're not letting him drive again.
I already swore it off. I've made a silent oath to myself, and I realized I put my friends in danger.
How many horses do we start with?
Well, 2 per cart, so 14 horses.
14
potentially.
horses.
Cool.
How many do we come back with?
14 and then some.
He finds horses.
Tom?
Whose horses are these?
How are you doing?
Do they
this?
have like gear on them? Like the spare horses?
They
They just look like
just
wild
look like a
horses.
horse.
Oh, okay.
No
They're
brands or anything?
groomed.
They're groomed. Okay.
He's stealing people's horses.
They're similar to the stallions you currently have.
Is Tom creating horses?
How are you doing that?
Doing what?
Tom, where did
Making the horses move like that.
Where
I mean,
did they-
it's just.
I just talked to him, you know. you
Where
just-
did you get the horses?
Oh, well, it could be like a Bugman thing. Bugman's
There's-
good with bugs. Are you good with
Are you
horses?
a horse? What's your last
I haven't
name?
heard him talk to these horses at all, have I?
No.
Tom? What are these horses?
Oh,
Well, they're
Who
just
are you?
they're just
Is
horses.
your last name Horseman?
No, that would be silly.
Oh,
What's your last name, Tom?
Yeah, it would.
just a little pat on the calf.
What's your last name, Tom?
Man, horse.
Ah! You're telling me that you've always been able to do this, and you chose to be an inventor? I mean, follow
does
your
make really
dreams,
nice things.
but
Outdoorsman?
I don't get to spend a lot of time around horses, right?
Right, but that seems like a choice.
oh lordy lord. All right.
Okay, dear.
Nope, we'll bring them along, and we can sell them on the way.
We're taking a different route down your life path.
Your life coach has spoken.
I help move stuff into the new carts and assist
Should we
with labor.
condense down?
Yeah,
to...
as you start kind of piling into these new the condensed carts, Tom is double timing after it. I mean, he is fucking speed.
I don't like
This is concerning. Tom is gonna have to get forcefully.
I'm
knocked
counting
out.
my blessings. He's gonna get us there.
It's true. We're going to literally cut down at least half a week at this rate, if not a whole week of time of travel with this man and his phenomenally energetic.
If you give me some
critter.
time, I can cut that down to. He just stares like blankly off at the head horse. 3 days.
Okay. Oh,
I just
I'll
need some
take 3
things.
days.
Sure. Okay. Don't
And
kill
I need
anyone.
you to hold tight after. Anyone left behind will be left behind
I'm going to
for good.
grabbing onto the cart for just in case.
All right, I'm gonna pull out the rope that's in my bag
Click.
and
Yeah.
start winding people.
It's like the roller coasters.
Make sure
Yeah.
the cannon's moved over too.
I'll be back. And he just
Uh,
like sprints off into the weeds.
cabin, cabin pocket, cabin pocket. Bug.
Yeah, no, he's. Yes,
Both. Both.
we're good. We got everybody.
What do you think
Don't
about
like
the bug? Hold on.
this.
Oh my gosh. Are we
Who
gonna have
is
to use the
Tom?
How many hit points does Gift have?
I was gonna say, he does gift.
No.
No, wait, gift.
It's not a lot, but he's dexterous enough that it was fine.
All right, my
Oh, was a
boy.
little shaken, not stirred.
Yeah.
Gift.
You see, like in the
Your
slow mo of like you rolling through the
Yeah.
room, he's like running up the wall as it's rotating.
He got a
He's
little
just
scared.
scuttling
He got a
around.
little scared and made like a little spider red web crystal on the wall. Got a little accident.
Got lucky that we didn't get stabbed by the crystal.
made me ink.
Well, we're giving Tom this time. I would like to investigate this crystal a little bit.
Yeah.
Do a bit of an essay on it. What would be knowledge nature applicable? Spellcraft?
I would
Is
say
it
for
magic?
initial studies, yes, knowledge nature is fine. If you want to go any further than that, we were gonna have to branch into different skills.
15.
Yeah, it is immaculate. I mean, this is like the brilliance of this crystalline structure
Oh.
is almost like remote environment grown. I mean, it is perfectly straight,
Yeah.
and there are no cracks in it. There are no fractures inside. It's not smoky at all. And definitely not a structure that you've ever seen anywhere else.
And like geologically, it doesn't match with any other kind of crystal I've ran into.
No.
And his web it's the same crystal that his web turns into.
Yes.
Gip's so cool.
He is.
Does he make like just like little ones on a like regular basis?
Yeah,
Just like-
right before the cart overturned, he was working on
He
making
was-
a web of it.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is a lot more fine than what he had made. The crystal you're holding, as well as what he had formed on the boat. So this is more like strings of it.
Yeah.
That would become like tiny rods after a while.
Yeah.
It does typically take a lot longer for them to form that crystalline structure than what was kind of forced on the boat.
Right. Yeah. It was just kind of a down and dirty.
Yeah.
Has anyone checked on Adam lately? Did anyone
I
tie
did.
Adam down? Okay.
Yeah. I've got Adam, and I healed him a little bit, made him feel a little better.
Sick.
His poor broken nose.
Yeah, we're okay.
It's a little swollen, a little permanently crooked, but it's still there.
It's still attached.
That's all that matters. It doesn't work anymore, but it's still there.
You just shove some like straws up there.
Yeah. So it was half of 17, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So after your bit of investigation, everyone kind of catching their breath after all the excitement, Tom returns. And he is holding the innards of plants
Okay.
and approaches the horses and just begins to feed them.
Oh,
Oh,
Lord, he's
no.
giving them a high. Oh dear. Okay.
Consume. Let's go.
I just buckle in.
I know.
I just let it go.
Just like sits on the seat.
I've
next
already
to
done
the,
enough. I'm
Next
gonna
to the driver's
sit man
seat.
the cannon
and
and
like
just
holds on.
grumble to myself.
And you see, like, you know, they're kind of discordantly trotting a little bit in place.
Yeah.
And it's causing like a light rumble
Am I
in
close?
the carts.
Am I close enough to try to get one of the leaves?
Absolutely not.
No.
No.
Oh, okay. Good.
You don't want this.
I was gonna give it to
That's-
you.
You don't want to vibrate. Please. I don't need a vibrating goblin.
What's wrong? I monster.
Just no longer coherent. Just.
He pops down. He has a little fold-out seat, and he just kind of and like buckles it into the floorboards.
Yeah.
Pops on some goggles.
I face so the back of my head's into the wind. Put up a hood, secure my hat with my bugs.
Let's ride. And he fucking whips it, and it. You didn't know people could
We
go
didn't
this.
go. This is speed.
With a
I
drugged
vomit.
up-
I get
Yeah,
horrendously
it is
motion
just a
sick.
trail of vomit. You are well and
I-
gone before it hits the ground.
Yeah, I'm able to like outside and just no studying for me on our trip. Not anymore.
Yeah, and you are off the fastest you think that people have ever traveled.
Nice.
I make sure to have a good hold on the bench and make sure that I get nowhere near the steering mechanism and keep watch.
Just keep near the gun.
Yeah, Tom has placed his fold-out chair that's been buckled to the floorboards at the new steering mechanism. He said it had some fail-safes kind of inside a caterpillar-like almost, like different legs that could be attached.
Convenient.
You're doing great.
Now this is traveling in style. What's wrong with the bug guy?
This is good.
Yeah,
This is very good.
the
This
day
is
carries on
fine.
uneventful.
All right.
Nice.
then.
Alright.
There are no stops.
You just have to like.
Tom isn't sure he can stop them.
There is no stop. Only go at this.
And that
Tom actively
means-
building
No
an
pee
anger.
breaks. Dang it.
When we come back next week,
We will be at the gates of New Albion.
we'll be at the gates.
Woo!
Yeet.